and welcome to episode 36 of The Weekly Whisper. I'm your host, Elian Habanero, and I'm here to talk all things 365 Pro Wrestling, and the 365 Pro Wrestling brand stock just continues to rise. Another successful event just took place 3 days ago on Saturday, September 5th. And there's a lot to talk about, but there's also a lot that I can't talk about because there's only been, the results have been released. There's been a few fan clips floating around. I haven't had any fan submissions or reviews or any of that, so I still want to know more, but I will tell you what I do know, and I will tell you why the 365 brand continues to grow. Just on YouTube subscribers in the last week or two, we've got about 25 new YouTube subscribers. And check that out. There's been some, other than my show, The Weekly Whisper, of course, there's been some great promos leading up to the event, and now I'm sure there's going to be some great ones from the fallout of the September 5th event in Campbell River, BC. And so great to see wrestling back again, and 365 is continuing up with monthly shows as they have made another great announcement by Dr. Walls. They're doing it again. Third time. They're going for the hat trick. October 3rd. I didn't even look into it. I'm assuming it's a Saturday. I'm assuming it's still at Willow Point Hall. I did not see that, but that would be my guess. But they did announce the next live event for 365 Pro Wrestling will be October 3rd. And what is going to happen? So I'll tell you what happened on September 5th, and then we'll try and make some educated guesses as to what we think will happen and some things that we're pretty almost positive are going to happen. So I caught the second match. They broadcasted it live on their Twitch channel. Check out that Twitch channel. A lot of followers. They've got like 69 or 70 followers, and it's been only a couple weeks since they've been doing that. Wednesday night, I'm sure they'll have a great stream as they always do, and sometimes just at random times they'll just throw some stuff on, and it can be some 365. Sometimes they'll just put on some rare wrestling, or some of the guys will play games and stuff like that, and it's really fun and interactive. It's one of my favorite things. I'm hooked on Twitch. I do my own thing as well, and I just love interacting with everybody and playing things, and you can have an audience even if one or two people's watching you, but 365 gets great numbers. But they did broadcast the second match of the night, which was the Body Brett Matthews against Uncle Daddy Tony Baroni, and I really was happy to see that it was up there so I could see what happened. So basically, if Brett Matthews won his match, then he would get a shot at Jordy Taylor, and he indeed did that. It was a great back and forth contest. Brett Matthews, not only has got a huge body, and very strong. Like, he picked Baroni over his head for a nice gorilla press, but he's pretty agile. He did some really quick stuff there that I did not expect from him. And then in the later stages of the match, it started breaking down, and he went to do a diving pounce on Baroni, who ducked and held the rope down, and Brett Matthews flew onto the stage area there, and then Tony Baroni slammed him off the stage, and then he did a big running splash off the stage into the ring. It was an impressive match. I haven't seen much of Tony Baroni, and I was really impressed. But Brett Matthews came through. He had the sharpshooter locked in, and then Baroni got the ropes, and then he did a sunset flip off the second. Baroni reversed it onto him, and then Brett Matthews reversed it back again into the pinning and got him with the roll-up. He just surprised him there, and he's got to be pretty happy that he's going to have a chance to get his revenge against Jordy Taylor. And we know this match is going to happen because in the opening contest, the old greedy bastard Jordy Taylor took on Eddie Osborne. Now, I didn't see any footage of any of this stuff. I seen a little bit, but I believe that was after the match, because he had that brain claw on him after the match, and Eddie was passed out. But the official results the official results say that Eddie Osborne won the match by DQ, but therefore old greedy bastard Jordy Taylor will retain his championship. So I'm pretty sure it's set for October 3rd. That's what everybody said, or that's what Dr. Walls stated. So we're looking at Jordy Taylor defending his grand championship once again against Brett Matthews, who they had battled in the past, and there was some controversy surrounding that. So Brett Matthews looking to this time get his hands around that Grand Championship, which he feels he deserves, and I can't disagree with that. So what other matches did we have? We saw the new look TJ. Well, I didn't see, but the fans saw. But I'm happy for those fans that saw, and put stuff in the comments. If you could fill in greater details for me of what happened, what didn't happen, I would love to hear it, and I'd love to read it to the viewers on the next episode, episode 37, coming next Tuesday, as always. But anyway, TJ Harley, he's changed his thing up a bit, and he was able to win the match against Haviko by submission. So another not so great night for the 365 Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions. Haviko wins by submission, or loses by submission. Eddie Osborne wins by DQ, but does not get the Grand Championship. And then he had a rough post-match after. But they got to be still happy that they are the Tag Team Champions. Still some gold around their waist. And with these limited shows, I guess it's hard to get people to bring in a lot of tag teams. You're only allowed a certain amount of people in the building, so they've kind of dodged a bullet maybe that they haven't had to defend them, but it was giving them opportunities to get into the top 5 rankings as singles wrestlers and all that stuff, and we'll discuss that later. And then the Chairway to Hell match. Nolan James with Zach Andrews wrestled against the Cremator. I don't know any details. I seen one clip of Cremator chokeslamming Nolan James off the apron onto Zach through a big stack of chairs. But other than that, all it said in the record books was that Nolan James won the match. And I can only imagine how. But, did you see his promo about a week ago there? Nolan James, he's changed a lot, but it proved to be successful on this night. Whatever their game plan was, however they did it, they got the win over Cremator. And I say they because it's kind of 2-on-1 there. And then I've heard a lot of rave reviews about this match, the Triple Threat match, which was really critical for these three. Rhea Von Slasher, Beef Boy Elian Tyler, Judas Icarus. If you head over to Rhea Von Slasher's Athlete Facebook page and give it a like while you're at it, there has been a few clips shared of the match and the finish. So I was able to see what happened there. She caught Judas Icarus in I don't know, not a torture rack, but the other way, like a F5, but she spun him into a reverse DDT. I've never seen something like that. It was impressive. Judas was knocked out of the ring, then she smashed Beef Boy in the corner and powerbombed him for the win. So a huge night for Rhea Von Slasher, who looks to be deserving of some sort of title shot. But that's going to be difficult because, as we'll get into, there was a lot of controversy. Now, Rhea, well, she's not going to go for the Grand Championship because Brett Matthews has got that place for the next show. But she would either go for the Global Championship or the Global Women's Championship. But we might see a rematch because of the main event. Travis Williams, the Golden Boy, put his Global Championship on the line against the Global Women's Champion, Liza Hall, but it did not end the way most of the fans would have liked. Even the fans that like Travis Williams probably would have rather seen it more clear-cut winner. But so anyway, Travis Williams was, I guess, getting frustrated, or I don't know what, but he brought his Global Championship into the ring. He was going to hit Liza Hall. Referee Tim, being an outstanding official like he is, stepped in to intervene, and he was trying to pull the belt out of Travis Williams' hands, and they had a bit of a tug-of-war. Travis Williams let go and ended up hitting Liza. Travis Williams ended up getting the win because of this, and I'm sure Dr. Walls will have something to say to this, as everyone feels Liza Hall got cheated, that she deserves another match, but we're going to have to find out where the cards are going to lay. Is she going to get another match against Travis Williams? Will she have to defend against Rhea? Will someone that picked up a big win like Rhea or TJ Harley or Nolan James, will they get a shot at Travis Williams? It remains to be seen. It's going to be an exciting next couple of weeks. I can't wait. And what else do we got here? So we're going to do the top 5 rankings every time after the event takes place, because that's where people get shuffled around. So if you go back to the episode of the Weekly Whisper, I believe 4 episodes ago, I would have had the top 5 rankings. So it's changed a little bit here. So here's your top 5 rankings for 365 superstars as of today, which would be September 8th, Tuesday, September 8th. So we got in 5th spot the number 1 contender for the Grand Championship, the Body Brett Matthews, with a big win over Tony Baroni, who he had his A game. Tony Baroni really impressed me, but Brett Matthews was able to step up to the challenge and get his long-awaited rematch against Jordy Taylor. So he's in the number 5 spot. In the number 4 spot, as I was alluding to earlier, Rhea Von Slasher looks to be in a prime position to be getting some kind of championship opportunity. I know she lost the first time she competed for the Global Women's Championship against Liza Hall, but things can change quickly in a month or two, and to be able to win that triple threat contest against 2 impressive wrestlers such as Judas, who came this close to becoming the first global champion, and Beef Boy Elian Taylor, who beat Clay Wilson at the last event, she really, she wasn't going to go on a losing streak, and she stepped up. So she's number 4 in the 365 rankings. At number 3, we got the Grand Champion, Jordy Taylor. I'm not saying which title is the most coveted. I kind of just go by the fact that he lost his match by DQ. And he's had some controversy as far as defending the titles. And so Jordy Taylor, OGB, Old Grey Bastard, is number 3, the Grand Champion, in my 365 rankings. I got Liza Hall at number 2. She is the Global Women's Champion still. She has not defended that championship. And I feel like I had to put Travis Williams over her. So there's your spoiler. So Liza Hall's at number 2. I put Travis Williams, the Golden Boy, at number 1. Yes, the way he won the contest was not the way I would want to go about it if it was me, but he won the contest, and now he's defended his global championship, which Liza has not defended hers, and Jordy Taylor lost by DQ, and so that's just how I put it. So there's your top 5 rankings for 365. A shout out to Nolan James and TJ Harley, both picking up big wins. So they're right there in the bubble, in the mix too. And this is not the official rankings. This is just my thoughts on it. So Dr. Walls may decide way differently. He may think Nolan James or TJ Harley will get a title shot at the next event, or it doesn't go. This is just what I think, and I also want to hear what you guys think. But this is what I've said is top 5 rankings. Number 5, Brett Matthews. Number 4, Rhea Von Slasher. Number 3, Jordy Taylor. Number 2, Liza Hall. And number 1, Travis Williams. Now, can you please make sure to like, or you get a leg drop, comment, or you get a clothesline, subscribe, or you get a suplex, and share, or you get a sleeper. I'm your host, Elian Habanero. I love wrestling. Cuba.